So today we're going to be looking at the aircraft carrier as well as some other models potentially for Red to make, and hopefully things will get pretty interesting, and finally we'll be ending with a surprise that I promised to make. So the surprise, the person who knows about it might be able to guess what it is, but otherwise it's going to be a mystery. Anyway, let us begin. So we're just gonna begin by marking up this model. It's quite an old model, definitely not the newest thing we've had, but pretty neat. It's a sketch for the aircraft carrier. It's made out of T4 transport parts, and let's just see where this goes. Let's put on some music and start photoshopping. I'm just gonna find a good view. Here we see some other stuff. This is top secret work. Kind of have a sore throat right now, so I don't want to talk too much. But the aircraft carrier, you can kind of see a sketch for it in the corner. So there for a while. The idea is that you've got these two sort of bays on the side, and the aircraft can come out the top and the bottom. This is a creative interpretation of it, I suppose. It's actually, I like the back end quite a lot, we'll get to that later, but since it's been really quickly bashed together out of other units for the Nomads mod, it's kind of got a while to go before it's ready. So right now the model is completely unusable since it's sort of got a complete mess in it, but for general quick sketch it's good. So what we want to do is we just want to make it a little bit more square. I kind of really like this idea where there's a panel halfway in between, so it's not just kind of shaped like this. It's more of a, it's a little bit more rectangular, you know. I don't actually really know what to do at the front, but I do know that it wants to be kind of a truncated sort of thing. I can take the time to work it out. Let's do it.
Cola. It's a new kind of thing, and it comes with the morning. Some new kind of force. Ooh, you need some new kind of boost. It's a new way to go. Something cold, something low. Some new kind of zoom into an old kind of doom. It's the light of the morning still, that thing that keeps you from breathing. You better run to where there's
I guess those can just be holes. I was just thinking about whether you want to have because what's gonna happen is there's gonna be kind of docking bays over here, and possibly this will have a hole under it, and then should the aircraft go like this, or should it come out the side and then go forward? In any case, it's and what's also pretty cool is you can have them come out from the bottom. I think they're going to come out from the bottom. Let's draw one real quick. There we go.
the light of the morning still, that thing
this is a spaceship, so it gets bottom view as well. And we're actually going to have two versions of this. One is a proper full-out spaceship. And the reason for that is that for the campaign we need to have one crashed from space. So what better thing to do than to actually make them the same. I don't like these, I don't know what to do with them though. Since we've got the blender, we can just take a top view of it. Just checking slightly on the short side. As well. Shouldn't be bad.
always gotten strange. There is one on my pillow, waiting for someone to wake, waiting for someone to break. Makes me feel just like a leaf, like a leaf in the breeze, in the morning but still asleep, slowly falling to the ground without sound. Morning breaks in the shadow, and mist from the near-lying lake, making shapes of the willows outside my window. They wait, waiting for someone to take. Makes me feel just like a leaf.
Okay, I'm just sort of thinking about, well, in case you haven't noticed, this guy is what I pretty much copied the aircraft carrier from. So that. I want to make a side view as well. I have just experienced a driver issue. Amazing. hopefully the stream will have recovered. Get things what you get from doing too many things. Well, what I'll do is I'll show this guy off. This is the future background for the world borders. It's gonna be awesome, and hopefully the stream will be alive again. Can't actually tell. Just need to check that it's still going. Okay, good. Streamer's back. Or at least it shows it's back, so that's cool. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off this and then close it. Do a save as. And here is the actual model for it. So I just had too much stuff loaded up at once. That's what caused the thing. So it's still a work in progress. I haven't yet worked out these bits. You know. Getting there. So close that. I can take a screenie of this. Oops, I'll show it again. Let's just show it over here somewhere. One moment, I need to let the cat out. And it's 1 hour before I need to go to sleep. It's kind of difficult to actually do feedback on this, because at this level of detail it's overall the composition, but as said, none of this mess over here should be left. It's a really messy model, but composition wise it's pretty good. So, a bit of a challenge to review actually, in a way that makes sense to anyone. I really don't like when people use letters like that, because you can't actually ping them. Because it's not an R, is it? It's whatever. Now wanted to have a look at some of these. So these look pretty interesting. You can see this is all made from the same stuff. So kind of kit bashing approach. It's really quick, but in terms of details it's horrible. You can see that this connection here, for instance, is completely cursed. Basically need to remodel the whole thing. You can see bits clipping through each other and stuff, but you know, for an overall quick model it's great as it sounds. Well, it looks finished. It looks a lot more finished than just a few squares. I don't like the wing shapes though, unfortunately, which is kind of a big deal. What I wanted to do is do a quick sketch of a artillery cannon of some kind for the T2 artillery. But now that I'm thinking about it, that's actually for Utter to do, because he's got he's working on the battleship cannons, and that's going to be the same weapon. So I want to have a look if there's any other kind of turret that Red could make. Kind of want him to get going on buildings and ground units, but with ground units you'd need to, there shouldn't be any issue for ground units, because all you need to do is just grab the tracks and stuff. I don't know. For buildings he'd be great though, because I want to make a kit of parts of buildings. kind of want to think about what I want to do next. Let's just, because I wanted to sketch a few things, but I don't really know what I wanted to sketch. Here's the hangar. Feel free to model this, someone. And then make this, please. It's been a few attempts at this guy, but no one's got it right so far. That's work in progress. That's a work in progress. It's not started, let's see. That needs doing, but better. And this is the same turret as on the battleship, so we're waiting for that. Still need to get him a kit of parts for this. I don't really know which one I want. I kind of like the drawings there. Those ones maybe? Is that a good guy battleship? That's from 4 months ago now. What's guy need doing? That's not a unit. These are some early ship ideas from Nomads. I don't think they're gonna be used actually, because Marlowe's making the models now and they're different and better. I'm getting into the really old stuff. The artillery satellite, that needs work. This is a submarine kind of unit. Well, why not? See, when you type red, you actually It's interesting though, because he's kind of been kit bashing stuff, but he says that's all he could do, but that is all you need to do. You just kind of arrange boxes. That's how I make models. I'm kind of at this annoying stage where there's a lot of stuff to do, as always, but there's no one to do it, also as always, but one issue is I can't just, there's stuff that I could be doing to make other people do more work as well. And I kind of don't want to do it. This is top secret stuff. These are all the buildings that are just waiting to be made. As soon as the kit's out for them, and I've got half a kit. Half a kit's not quite enough, I suppose. Also, this is a really cool drawing. I like these things. I'm just thinking what to do now. This is probably what will happen. So, tomorrow I need to make a what's new post, but today, probably, I've got one more thing that I need to definitely do. Probably just get on with that then. So, time for a surprise. Let's just, as promised, just put this over here for now, so it's got some pre-pictures, whatever. Anyway, time for the surprise, which is close this without saving. And the surprise is not this. This is just background sketching, which I can also close without saving. Surprise is I got asked to make an infantry unit for the Nomads, and that's actually what we're going to do. So this isn't going to be in the game, but just a quick drawing scribble, why not? This is how things begin. I just Google stuff. You are now seeing the top secret beginnings of Retard models. One thing I don't want to do is Google Space Marines, because that would just be Space Marines, wouldn't it? But I do want some Space Marine, basically. The whole idea. Okay, let's see what we got. Someone typed messages this reading. Look at the town. I'll look at the town in a minute. Let's see. Well, that's crazy burning Hitler out. Nomads would have helmets more like this, or like this. I mean, this is actually not that far off. Oh, this doesn't look bad. That's ridiculous. What the hell is this? I mean, if it didn't have that thing, it would actually be pretty cool. It's original looking. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff Nomads would have. You know? Bit fatter though. Maybe like this. And this is actually I've read a book where this painting was used. That's pretty cool. Maybe it was actually. Now what do I know? There's some nice drawings actually. Check out this guy. I mean, boring helmet is boring. This is the fun helmet. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to close, and we could make a new scene, and then we'll just put these in there. This is the true power of this program, it lets you grab these out of, and we'll put that guy in there as well. And this is going to be just the one-off, probably. Ah, this guy's ridiculous. Let's see if there's anyone else. Yeah, I kind of like the fatter versions of the spacesuits because everyone else is just like, you know, being reasonable about it. Let's grab this guy as well. Yeah, there you go. By the way, I don't know how to draw people, so this is going to be double fun exercise. Just close that. Oh, he's put up people in there as well, let's see. No, boring. Well, this is better. He's got very large feet compared to hands, that's pretty funny. Small hands. Yeah, something like, well, this is clearly a robot, because you know it can't fit a torso in there, but yeah, it does look pretty cool. Not like Nomads though. It's not, because the Nomad, what they would have is a what they would have is a kind of spacesuit that you can actually fly around in space, since that's what most of their stuff is for. So he asked me to do like a security space marine thing, because Nomads don't have regular infantry. They just blow everything up with spaceships, right? You don't really do infantry in space. It's gonna be like, you know, for boarding reasons, for police force reasons, that kind of stuff, not like just, you know, conscripts or whatever. So let's open up my drawing template. I want to kind of focus on these two guys. I really like this guy's helmet actually. Let's put him over here. Actually, I'm not going to use the squares. I usually use these squares for composition reasons. But, you know, we're not making a composition, we're making it. And remember, I can't draw people. I don't do it. So let's just see what happens. We're just drawing the upper half of the dude. And kind of want some kind of big ass thing behind the head, so the head's over here. Wonder. could have lights over here. So kind of like, you know, Space Marines. I don't actually want to look at Space Marines, but it's going there. It's going in that direction. His arm looks tiny. This is way too short. But then again, I'm trying to draw like a dude inside a suit. I have no idea how this is. One thing I've never liked about all these spacesuits is that they don't actually work. Like, this guy, you cannot put legs in there. Like, it's just too far apart. Like, you're gonna be like doing. So, I don't know how. Like, what they do is they just draw a person and then make him fat, and then that's the spacesuit. But it wouldn't actually fit a person in there. That's the real issue. So spacesuits, yeah, super difficult. I've never actually tried to do a spacesuit design, so the design's gonna be crap as well, isn't it? I kinda like the big ass shoulder thing. Just make a bigger assa. Put lights. I kind of wanna stick. Put the head down a bit. Wait, this is crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing. By the way, you know, I'm thinking I could commission art. Do art commissions, even. So if you wanna make me draw something, anything, barring certain, if I agree to, in return for Nomads models. So I get paid in work for the Nomads mod. Why not? That's a Nomads logo. I could almost do just a I don't know. Don't like it, I wanna have it. Let's just do a kind of side view as well. That's the why not? Obviously, this guy's got a jetpack. I don't know if I can't think of a more creative jetpack, because you know everyone's just got like you know, the jetpack thing is always like some stupid thing on the back. I was just thinking if there's more of a interesting one you could do, you know, just because the Nomads obviously have this kind of, you know, engine thing which is like this. It's got like magnet magic, so I was just wondering if maybe you could do something with that. Let's just have a look at this dude's helmet. You know. And these guys, they would be the sort of dudes who, you know, bust down, no, they don't, I don't, yeah, bust down the door of your spaceship in space, so they're like, you know, they fly across to the other command frigate, you know, cut through the side or whatever, and then just, like, spray the deck with nukes or something. Space Force. It's not actually a Space Force, but you know. I really don't want to put Space Marine. But it literally is a Space Marine, isn't it? Here's your jetpack, by the way. It's just gonna be like tucked in the back here, like this. Or something, I don't know. This kind of, I don't really know what this is, but like, you know those corrugated pipes that you get on vacuum cleaners. One of those. Yeah, whatever. Make him have a big butt. I'll fix the problem by not drawing legs. That's the way you win. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely like a collar, like a thing like that. One of those. Let's see if we can't take another attempt. So I don't know how to draw hands, especially big ass Space Marine hands. I won't do any more, I guess. Is it good enough? Let's draw proper. There you go. And that was the surprise. I don't know what to do now. I'll just... I was kind of thinking maybe... Well, okay, so story-wise, the Nomads are descended from Earth. Definitely, like, they're literally just Earth people. They're like as UEF as they come, right? So, you know, they're kind of a mix between UEF and Cybern in the idea, because that's kind of where that came from. Since they didn't really have alien magic like the Aeon and Supcom did. I'll eat a sandwich while he's holding on. This looks like Russian. Probably says T6K, but that looks like a B. I guess the Nomads also have well, while he's doing that, let me just actually I won't do that, I'll just put on a new layer. So I guess they've got like the big ass dude, right? That's like the Space Marine kind of guy, doorbuster, no, whatever. And then they've got like a civilian spacesuit, which is a lot, you know, more person shaped. But like these guys, you know, kind of like them. I'm, you know, in hindsight, I don't like this. Like it's not bad. I kind of like this thing. Just feels so generic. I feel like I could do a lot better job than this. Let's see. What's up with the loincloth, man? Like, they didn't do that. A shield. Right, I was gonna ask what the hell that thing is. Well, oh no, not ancient nomads. They're more like space pirates, right? You know, space criminals. Like, you know, they don't do tribal stuff. Like, they got separated from Earth after 2000, so like, think, you know, they wouldn't have tribes. They would have had like mafia, mafia stuff. Oh yeah, no, it's just the modern stuff is like heavy influenced by like their own Terminator style uprising. So they made an artificial intelligence and it nearly killed them all by accident, of course. And kind of a lot of stuff that they have is left over from that. So a lot of their ships are stolen AI tech, and they've just kind of had a century or two to update it and kind of integrate it in their stuff a bit more. But that's where all the dispensable drone stuffs come from, because the AI just spammed everything with like cheap, useless stuff, and then they kind of did it too, and then it sort of became part of their kind of military strategy to do that. And so, yeah. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be 2 guys rather than 3, so this guy would be the, boarding guy, so he's gonna like blow up the doors, right? Like, it's the kind of thing where the hallway is just small enough, just large enough to fit them. And then the police is basically civilian, and like they're gonna be like a lot more conventional. Whereas these guys are used in like military fights to capture enemy ships, which doesn't happen often, right? Usually just blow one up, because most of the ships are unmanned as well, so you only capture the command frigate, which happens rarely. And then police dudes are just for general civilian stuff, and then there's also like officers, engineers and stuff, because you only need a few guys to run a ship. It's pretty high tech. It's like 20 people. Yeah, I think just like 2, right? So, well, 2 space suits, right? So you have like an armored super duper spacesuit and just like a regular spacesuit. Like, one is for actual fighting and the other one is like, it's the kind of stuff that police wear, right? Space police, but still. It's not really, it's for dealing with people who don't have guns, and you do, right? And the other one is for blowing everything up. And then everything else is like the officers, they don't have spacesuits, it's just uniform, right? This is like, scroll around. Nope. No space, right? You die if you go outside in that. So, kind of officer uniform, and then 2 different spacesuits. Yeah, do that. Yeah, and also the differences, I suppose. Jetpack, no jetpack, right? So this guy's got jetpack, this guy's just got, random stuff. Nomads is missing that. It is. There you go, not missing. That's all there is to say about that. There isn't enough kind of design or culture around. But it's kind of the stuff I picked. It's pretty slick. It's pretty high tech. Not that. Bit more of that. Kind of like that. It's you know, they're not really too up on the uniform, so their uniform would be a bit like wouldn't be fancy. Yeah, that's actually a good one. Yeah, this would be like the light uniform. This is police spacesuit, whatever. Yep. Something like that. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think the ACU head should be a head, because it looks like a robot head, which is what it is, right? It doesn't look like a helmet. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. I'll need to see it. But, you know, the point is that the ACU head as is designed to be an actual robot part, and that's why it looks like that, right? So you can't just stick it in and change it a bit. Have to change quite a bit. But yeah, this gets the Skeletor approves. This is what we like. This is space police. And I mean, the rest of him kind of looks the part as well. Like, this guy could totally be a Nomads dude. You know, beard, kind of bit, you know, rough around the edges kind of thing. Because they do have a military hierarchy, but it's not as strict. So, there isn't an actual leader of the fleet. There are 12 leaders. It's kind of a council. It's like United Nations, but with 12 people instead of 250 or whatever. And for that reason, it's a lot more efficient or whatever, and it's a lot more authoritarian, so they don't redo the whole thing. And the only reason those guys are talking to each other is because they're kind of like yeah, a fuck ton of infighting is actually like a characteristic of the campaign. Like, it's part of the story that the different fleets for the Nomads, they also disagree with each other about what the hell they're doing. So there's a little bit of stepping on each other's toes in the campaign missions as they're doing it, because you're only part of one of those hierarchies, but it's like the United States and Russia collaborating on something, right? Like, they're just gonna, you know, they're just gonna have a bit of a disagreement. No, it's not 250. But it would be. Okay, so in the actual fleets, in terms of commanding officers, well, there's actually a see this? Actually, we're gonna take it off stream, but there's a Google Doc with it. There you go. It's a Google Doc with it. So there's like millions of people, right? But most of it is just empty. So the actual military isn't that many. Even though it has a huge amount of stuff in it, most of it's just robots. And then the command frigates are the ones which contain people, and that's like 20 people per ship or something, right? And each one of those, and then you might have hundreds of those ships, so what, like 20 times 100, 2,000 people. It's a small kind of fleet, like not small but medium, and then 500 people is like a big fleet, and then you multiply that by 12 for each country, so to speak. Yes, so right now we've defined about 4 or 5 of them. about their kind of personalities and what they're like. And obviously those personalities are disagreeable with each other as well, so it kind of, there's potential for drama there as well. That's kind of what the story is about. So for instance, your fleet is like a conventional militaristic fleet, so it's more organized than most, right? But there's also like a fleet where it's just mercenaries, like you know, a mercenary company basically. And there's also a fleet which is in charge of science, so they only care about science and technology, and they've kind of got a monopoly on it. And what they do is they're like the Inquisition on the other ones, so you know, if you do something they don't like you doing with technology, they kind of just come in and blow you up and stuff. And so for instance in mission 3, you actually get on the bad side of the science fleet, because they're really worried about any Nomad tech being found and reverse engineered by the UEF and the other factions. So they're always on the censorship department there, and you kind of mess it up in mission 3 and it's your job to fix it, and they're kind of on the back of your neck. So yeah, and then there's another fleet which is kind of, so your fleet is to do with planets. So the Nomads have planets as well, but they don't really do much on them. They're just there, and so a lot of it is about traveling through space. So your fleet is more related to the planets, and it's got a good relationship with them. But there's another fleet which doesn't really do any of that. It's kind of the opposite of your fleet. It's only to do with space, and it really doesn't like to do anything with the planets, and they always try to blow them up and stuff. So you two guys are always fighting with each other. So, but there's more personalities that could be added in, because not all of them are defined. But yeah, you could totally the way Nomads is done is they're kind of in their own universe. They've got their own history and stuff, so they're not just a faction. They're kind of a, you could have they had wars in between themselves and stuff before. So they've got, it's kind of a faction with 12 sub-factions in it. And the idea is that you can actually develop this further and maybe use it in other contexts or something. But yeah, I think we're done for today. What I need to do is I need to work on a kit of parts for buildings. But it's time to go to sleep. Anyway, I'll save that. I won't save that, I'll save this. That won't save it. It's too late now. He's got a sketch further up. There it is. Yeah, and if you want something drawn for you by me, the only thing you need to do is ensure that there is enough Nomads development covered for it. So I get paid, let's say, 1 model per drawing or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You know, but it could be anything, you know, as long as I agree to draw it. I won't agree to draw anything. But yeah, that's a way of promoting Nomads. Alright, we had enough fun. See you later.